Raise your hand if you love table topics session. You love table topics. Let me see your hand. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. A round of applause for yourself. That means we are in the same boat. I love table topic session. So I want to thank the club and the ESCO for giving me this opportunity to share just a few tips on table topics. We'll be learning together, and I'll expect us to answer questions from time to time. So let's do this. So first of all, I want us to do what I call imagine. Please let's look at the images on the screen. You have an image on the right. On the left to you, looks like a resort. There's a swimming pool, there's fire. And then the image on the right, which says no right or wrong answer. I want you to take 1 or 3 seconds and write down what you see on the image on the right, personally. You don't have to write it, just think about it. I want you to think about that image on the left side. And then I'm going to ask 2 people to come out and describe the image. What do you see? Anyone, just feel free. Come out, take the microphone, describe the image. Yeah, it's table topics already. The session has begun. We've started. No one should be scared.
Hello,
just come out.
Toastmaster Nameti, good evening. Left
evening.
side, I think it's a swimming pool, and on the right side is a bulb with the white and yellow. Yes.
Beautiful. You see a swimming pool. Do you think the water is hot or cold? Just guess. Just guess. You can tell.
warm temperature.
Warm temperature. All right. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Somebody else. Somebody else. Thank you.
The second image. Second image says that no idea is right or wrong.
Beautiful. That's for the right. No idea is right or wrong. That's already explained. On the left, what do you see? Can you describe the image?
It looks like a pool vacation time with a campfire in the front.
Okay.
It's in a party vacation.
Campfire, party vacation. What else? You think there's someone around?
Trees, a lawn.
Trees, a lawn. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. You think there's someone around somewhere? You can't tell. You can't see. All right, all right. Please put your hands together for him. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, so why am I sharing this image, distinguished Toastmasters and guests and friends? The 2 respondents have come to tell us what they see on the screen. And I want to start with that principle that table topics is just about what you see. What you see in the question, what you see in what you are asked, what you see in the image, what you see in life. Table topics is about perspective. There's no right or wrong answer. Please take it down. Your perspective, man, it's all about your perspective. Everything you say in table topics just got to be your perspective. That's the first principle. Thank you. So we move ahead. Now, if you've ever taken part in table topics, I want you to look at the screen. It is most likely you already have the questions before you took part. Most of the questions are going to fall, and I didn't say all, note. I said most questions are going to fall into this category. So you're going to have the who questions, you're going to have the when question, the how question, the why question, the where question, and the what questions. Yes. Are we together? If you're together, let me see you raise your hand. I just want to be sure that we're together. We can continue. Thank you. Thank you. So please, if we're on the same page, I want us to know that when you're going to table topics, you should have an idea of what the questions are where they're going to come from. And they're basically going to be who, why, where, when, and what. And in broadcasting, this is always like the principle of reporting news. What happened, when it happened, why it happened, and all that. And then there's Toastmasters, we'll call these the Rudyard Kipling's 7 Honest Men. Something you should research. Rudyard Kipling's 7 Honest, or 6 Honest Men, not 7, 6 of them. So please take note of this. Now let's look at the sample questions and how they're going to look like. Probably The first day you came for table topics, Toastmaster Jata Johnson, I don't remember what you were asked. Toastmaster Edmond, I don't remember what you were asked. Toastmaster Chaitanya, I don't remember what you were asked. But this must have been probably what you were, something like this. When was the last time you tried something new? Think about that. That was a when question. Who do you sometimes compare yourself to? Who? The question has got to be about a who. So you're thinking already, who do I compare myself to? Is it my uncle? Is it my aunt? Is it my mom or my dad? When was the last time you tried something new? Was it yesterday? Was it this morning? Was it last month? Was it last year? That's a who question. We've done when, who. The third one is what? What is the most sensible thing you've ever heard someone say? What is the most sensible thing you've ever heard someone say? And then the fourth one is, how do you know when it's time to continue holding on or time to let go? And then the last one is, where do you find inspiration? So I'm going to ask one person to come out and answer just one question on the screen. Anybody? Just go, come up. Could be the who, could be the when, could be the what, could be the where. Any question? Just try.
Toastmaster Marzuk, are you contesting table topics? Please. No. Really. It's an opportunity. It's you can go ahead.
No, since you take the mic.
Sorry, I should have asked you. Okay, here we go. Yes, Toastmaster Nameti, which question do you want me to answer? Which topic should I take?
I want you to choose one.
Okay. Who do you sometimes compare yourself to? Can I go with that?
Yes, please, go ahead.
Okay. Table topics, master, fellow Toastmasters, guest. Who do I resemble? It's got to be somebody in my family. So the one person who I would sometimes compare myself to is my grandmother. And why do I say that? Because my grandmother, as a young child, was always involved in having to look after the family, to take care of things. And in this whole process, she never had a childhood. She got married early, she had 6 children, and it was chaotic life. And you must be wondering, you have only 2 children. What are you comparing yourself with grandmother? But where I compare myself is how she went about doing what she wanted, her passion. So in this process of looking after her children and the family and everything, she had this one beautiful talent which she had was of making sweets and selling those sweets. She is known as Mary the Sweet Lady. And I am known as Priscilla the Cake Lady. Why wouldn't I compare myself to her? Because our passion is to serve at parties, especially birthdays, and to really bring out the joy with the sweets that we prepare. So yes, my grandmother, I don't need to compare myself with Angelina Jolie. No way. So best is my grandmother. And I have inherited those talents. And that's why I stand with my grandmother. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you. A round of applause for Madam President, my mentor. Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you, DT and Priscilla, for taking the lead. Thank you for showing leadership. All right. So we're going to come back to these questions after. I just want you to think about these questions and realize that most of the questions are going to fall into when, who, and she chose who. Okay, let me ask Did she answer the question? Did she answer the question? I want you to tell me yes or no. I want a chorus answer. Did she answer the question yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, beautiful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so what is the first step to answering a table topics question is to step out of your comfort zone. Leave your seat, raise your hand, leave wherever you are and go into that pool. Remember that pool I shared in the beginning? That's a pool you have to jump in if you need to learn how to swim. So the first thing is to leave your comfort zone and try to answer the question. Now I'm going to give you a tips that will help you. It's not difficult. There's no right or wrong answer, and you just have to get these tips right. This is my principle. There are no mistakes in life, just learning opportunities. Remember, please hold this all the time. If you think about this all the time, you will soon become a table topics champion. There are no mistakes, just learning opportunities. And I heard this from a training that was organized before the contest that year. Someone came up who was a champion and said, hey guys, you're going for the table topics contest. This is what helped me. There are no mistakes, just learning opportunities. So whatever comes into your mouth, just say it. Now, I'm going to share three tips. The first one is share your opinion. Share your opinion. Timer, please, I might not see the card on time. Just make sure you let me know when the green comes up. Just mention to me because I want to be very time conscious. Share your opinion. Now look at that image on the screen. Look at that image. For those of us in marketing, we hear about the purple cow philosophy or sometimes a black sheep, where if you have a herd of cows who are different colors, the purple cow stands out. Be the purple cow. Be the red domino. Be the difference. Go your own way. Share your own opinion, whatever it is. That's going to take courage, but just have the courage to share your opinion. That's tip number one. Very simple. Now, I ask another set of questions. Please pay attention. Is life a sprint or a marathon? Is life a sprint or a marathon? Now, one person can say is a sprint, another person can say is a marathon. Whatever you say is right. But another person can say life is not a sprint, life is not a marathon, life is just a walk in the park. That person stands out. Time waits for no one. Do you agree or not? We had a table topics contest in my club. And then everyone came and said, yeah, time waits for no one because time keeps ticking. Some guy came up and said, ladies and gentlemen, time waits for people. Time has waited for me. And he gave a very powerful story of how time paused in his favor. He was the outstanding guy. So share your opinion. Secondly, structure your delivery. I'm going to hurry a bit. Make sure you have an opening, a body, and a conclusion. Your opening is going to be quotes, imagine, questions, statistics, and maybe just a pause. Then your body will have stories, examples, instances, relatable events. So you start with a quote, start with a question, just like DTM Priscilla did, and then go into the story about your grandmother, and then end with a memorable statement. I can't be like Oprah Winfrey. I would rather be like my grandmother. So your response must be structured. It must be like a simple speech, an opening, a body, and conclusion. Then please remember, it's always important to repeat the question before you start. Repeat the question before you start any table topics response. Repeat the question. But make sure when you start, you have an opening, a body, and a conclusion. That's the second tip. The third tip would be connect with your audience. DT and Priscilla did that excellently when he came into the audience and asked you a question. Connect with your audience. When I was running for the championship, how I connected with my audience was immediately I finished my speech, I now related it to the audience back there in the room at DTech. And I asked them a simple question. How many of you, the question was, the grass is greener on the other side. And I said that while I responded, Toastmasters need to be watered with feedback, with encouragement to be able to make their speeches. Because I was talking about watering, nurturing, and I now related to Toastmasters, and I asked them, how many of you Toastmasters have not been nurtured by mentorship, have not been watered by feedback? So relate with the audience. Always find something that relates you with the audience. That makes it very powerful. You know, like I wrote here, point something important about the audience. It could be that you both are experiencing stress. Like everyone here is experiencing stress. Raise your hand if you've ever had a period in your life when you experience stress, and they'll raise their hand, and then you continue. Something to connect with the audience, or you ask a question. All right, let's look at briefly the table topics, contest, judges guide, and backlogs. I might not have time to go through all of this, but please remember, if you're going for a contest or you're doing this, you need to go through this contest guide and ballot. If you look at it critically, you see how it is measured into content, delivery, and language. Speech development and effectiveness is 55%. So if you don't develop your speech well and it's not effective to the question, you lose a lot of marks. Your voice quality also makes you lose a lot of marks. All right, so that's it. And then you have 100 marks. Please study that. I want to end with a bang. You have to end with a bang when you're ending your table topics response. And I have a few quotes here. The one I'd like to emphasize is that by failing to prepare, you're preparing to fail. And remember, freedom is not worth having. So just have something that the audience will remember. End with a bang. And then this is the flashback of how I became champion. And I'm always grateful for KCTM. That's me, and that's my award. To be a great champion, you have to believe you're the best. Even if you're not, pretend you are. That's a quote by Muhammad Ali. Thank you, and back to you, Toastmaster Dinesh. I hope we learned something